Well, map 1 was one to forget for Kari. 16-4 win for the Evil Geniuses. And now EG are one map away from securing their spot in the playoffs. Things are getting wild and unruly throughout the rest of ECL tonight. Some very big leads for teams, especially for Mythic over Brazen, one that, if Kari were able to win this series, would force it into a three-way tie between Brazen, EG, and Kari Esports. It's Boggs and Laz here on the mic, and it's Walco with the opener here on Overpass, the pick of EG, taking down Nice. And look how much health Fresh he has left, too. They do have 2 dual Berettas on Kari, though. That is the winning formula. The only thing is, can they deal with the Glocks of EG, which have proven to be potent? Ooh.
Yeah, it definitely makes you wonder, right? I mean, this is for EG. This is a map that they win with a 3-1 record. They have a win percentage of 75%. When you kind of look over on the other side of things, it's a 2-7, and there's an example of why. Now Freshie trying to get some nice taps. That's going to be 1-2. Not able to get that third, though, and now the Dualies are able to find another kill. Bomb's still going to be in possession here for the Evil Geniuses, leaving it just to Calasia. Waiting patiently. Ooh, a nice molly. Actually does make a move. So going to be a free plant that will come through. But if Rush can find this kill, this could be all over for Kari Esports. Nope, ooh. Just kidding. It's Classy with a nice one-tapper.
And in comes Cryptic. Got the Dualies, Wiz at Bang. Classia swings out, dodges the shot, but doesn't connect any in return. Cryptic's gonna chase as Wiz finishes off Classy. The Dualies are running down, and Wiz is still alive, trying to stay that way, but the Dualies will come forward. There is no kit, though. There's time. Cryptic's got it. Just in the nick of time there, Laz. Very, very narrowly getting that defuse off, and Kari Esports, they get off the board with a round victory, but there is a problem. Bomb went down for EG.
Yeah, with that bomb going down, we're going to probably see EG could go for the force, and if they do win this next round, again, this is where on the CT side, if you lose that second round, oh man, you're just playing a big catch-up game in terms of the money. So a lot of extra pressure here for Kari Esports. Yeah, they won that first pistol, right down to the nitty-gritty, but now they're going to have to ensure they do not lose this. This is probably actually more pressure than that pistol. And it is going to be Galil's Tech-9s. Everything spent. All the dollars gone, depleted. We'll have to see what comes through from EG's side of things. And we talked about it before, Boggs, but I mean, we'll quickly bring this back up again. For the side here for Kari Esports, I mean, they're sitting at a 2-7. They have had some close games. 16-14 loss versus Davenport University, a 16-12 loss versus Brazen. So they're on a bit of a losing streak. Four times to be exact.
And EG get a free pick from Rush, but Cryptic has a lineup, hits the Dakin, more damage onto Wiz, but it will not equate to more kills. Only a 2-for-1 trade to EG, which does not help Kari in the slightest. The bomb, however, will not push towards A. It's a very disciplined approach here from EG to double back here and reset. They don't want to get caught by rotations, but Kari are actually reading this incredibly well. They are staying stationary, just getting a little bit of probing from Nice out towards sewers, which is giving them a bit of a false positive because now they've rotated Classia up to A because Nice saw nothing towards B. Nice is the early warning system, but he's untradeable. And if they did pop through and Nice only got 1, it's a free open B site. But if Freshie and Classy can create a crossfire on the A site, that's where things can really work out for Kari, especially if Freshie's able to get 2. Classy is coming back now. The sound cue has been heard. The nades coming forward. Stanislaw swings out wide and down goes Freshie. Classy has got to pop off and he gets popped instead. Nice in a 1v4. EG with the buy up here, looking to return the favor and get back here to a tie ball game. They will indeed. And only 1 casualty as well. A really fast response from the Evil Geniuses.
A great response that comes in from EG, and only losing 1 player. I think that was actually Rush. Again, just unfortunately, again, just getting the first point of contact. He's the one that's taken out. So now that money situation, all I talked about, yeah, Kari Esports are going to have to go for a double save. They're going to have to just put everything into this. It's going to be a bit of a deco round. Some 5-7s and deagles. 1 PC utility going to be available. It is a singular flashbang. So we'll have to see they want with it, but they actually are going to do a 3-2 split. They are going to have 3 players towards connector, so they're going to stack this. Leaving it just to Chop on the back of the ladder. Not overexerting himself yet, and EG are waiting. They are expecting something from these kittens.
Well, maybe the pistols can find something. There's one from Freshie, and that's a good start here for Kari. A gun upgrade. Freshie's got armor behind that, but he gets mowed down by Walco. Rush will drop Florence. Molotov forces Cryptic into the open and down to the grave. Down to Nice and Glacia now. Glacia pushing through B into T spawn. Nice making the quick rotation up to the A site, but EG keeping things nice and steady. That's one thing you can expect from this team, is a very steady style of play. They don't really get rattled very easily. And
no, they definitely don't. That's why we talked about all that experience, right? I mean, I think that probably does play a big effect here for the EG squad.
Mm-hmm.
You got Stan, you got Rush. Playing at the highest stakes. Get some good composure. Unlike that situation. And what we will probably need to see later in these rounds, I mean, again, when we look at for Kari Esports, like for their history on this map, I mean, their strongest side is their CT side. Sitting at about a 56% win rate on their CT versus their 34 on T side. So for them to be on the CT, they are needing to get as many rounds as possible. On the other side of things, I mean, you know, EG aren't too bad on their T side. They're about 47% in comparison to their 65. So it's a little bit closer.
yeah, I mean, EG should be favored here regardless, right?
They definitely should, yeah.
Yeah, this is... I mean, EG, they picked this map. They're 3-1. They've won 3 in a row on the map as well, if I remember correctly, so they're in a good spot. They are definitely primed for victory here.
Well, and look at the money, right? Like, this is what I talked about. Like, losing second round, look at what they're working with. The highest amount that's on any of the players on the CT side is 3,300 for Florence.
True.
Yuck.
That's ugly indeed. Well, maybe they can get something done with this Galil. Maybe. It's a lot to ask for. It's definitely going to be very interesting.
How interesting indeed.
Well, if Wiz gets taken down here, very interesting.
Well, that's
1
scary.
for 1, that does create a problem here for EG.
A bit of a Houdini. It's like, haha, I'm here. Surprise, 3 of us. At least he gets 1, though. Now the USPs. Whoa, okay. Good retaliation actually happening back now, so leaving it just to Stanislaw and Walco. The IGL and a big player here tonight from Walco. Remaining against 3. Galil and AK available here actually from both Nice and Cryptic. Stan making some good noise. Throws a nice little nade. Ooh, it actually does quite a bit of damage.
Oh, that's big from Stanislaw. Nice was in a good spot to try and shut it down, but the bomb goes down. Now Cryptic has to do it all with no armor on the AK. In comes a nade to chunk him down a little bit more. Florence comes through and does some damage, but that is it. Cryptic now with it all to do. And time becoming an enemy very quickly of the Kari Esports player, and with no real way to escape, no real way to win this round, it might just be a save call from Cryptic here as that time is getting dangerously low. Does get the first, and now... No, this is a trap, Cryptic. There's no time. You cannot scale forward onto the site. You gotta run and save, man.
Yeah, there's not even a kit. Just looking to make some noise, trying to find an exit. Might be able to find Stan. A nice off angle. Oh, he actually does leave it. Stan gets actually taken out with the bomb, so that's fine. Look at their money situation again. 2 players sitting at 9,200. Rush right behind with 86. So I mean, they're just laughing at the bank. And we finally get to see a gun round. We're at round number 5. A full gun round coming through here for Kari Esports. The AWP going to be back in the hands of Florence. We talked a lot about that in the first map. Not seeing it like we normally did, like we did yesterday. But Lawrence is going to try to see what he can do with it. Having Clausia back on the rifle, like you said, you need a heavy hitter or a big impact fragger like that. Keep the rifle in his hands.
Yeah, you want to have a big green gun for Florence. Especially since he needs to open his account in this game. Nice is in a dangerous spot. He can get some kills with it, but he could also get spammed right back. EG have not taken the bait of either. They're just going to sit and guard and wait. Timeout. They have a good amount of utility. They can throw the utility in towards the side. They could also dry peek Monster Tunnel, which could not end well for them, as Nice will double down onto Rush and Chop. That's the problem when you don't use your flashbangs, kids. That's what they're for, blind people. And look how easy that was for Stanislaw.
Yeah, nice and easy. Okay, Clausia able to take down Walco, so now a big advantage in terms of the player count. Right back at it, Stanislaw. Staying alive with his teammate Wiz, now needing to find something. The op's still available here. But what do? They have quite a bit of time. No, I was going to say a lot of time. Not that much time, but they got some time. Nades are going to be thrown. Molly going to be placed onto barrel. They're just going to try to make sure that they can clear all angles so that they can focus on the attack. They're running into a bit of an ambush. There's a big amount of players here. Another Molly going to be thrown for water.
Clausia, he's got a stab on him, but how does he not get shot by either Stanislaw or Wiz? How does he stay alive and get 2 kills?
No trades. Well, there it is. Clausia, former teammate from the Evil Geniuses team, for anybody that is unsure, unfamiliar of that. Comes up big, and he's actually on top of the charts here with Cryptic, both at 5-2 and 5-3. And now, EG, losing that round, will put themselves in a, we'll say a bind. Galeals and AKs and Tech 9, and they've already made it across mid. They're not going to find anything at all. And it is actually just Cryptic by himself, so he's going to have to be really careful, but he does pull all the way back, so he's in washrooms by himself. Nobody there to help him trade.
Yeah, that's a dangerous spot to be playing all alone. It's not even somebody in divider, nobody long, can easily get killed from a long flank through long bathrooms. It's a dangerous one. Freshie will only get one end of his own dangerous game in towards connector. A couple of different places he could have gotten killed from as well. Wiz making noise, though. Nice is going to hear it, and he's going to spray down one. Too many different targets, but he flicks around onto Wiz as well. Huge play from Nice. Kari Esports starting to get some rounds on the board here. They got 4 on Mirage, their own map pick, so maybe we'll see if they can get a little more here. Maybe they can get 5 or 6, maybe even the map. Take us to Nuke. I would like to see Nuke, honestly. That's a very fun map, and I feel like it would be a very wide open one between these two teams, given their history on it. Nice is definitely showing up, too. Walco will still sit in that smoke, trying to be a ninja. And down he goes. Rush does get 1. And if he gets 2, that's actually really good economic damage out of the whole round.
Yeah, losing that bomb control, I mean, with 13 seconds left, he's just going to save this AK. Right call to go for. Like you said, a big round from Kari Esports, and especially that was Nice, picking up a triple. Just playing the outskirts of connector there, and able to shut down that plan here from the Geniuses, and now we're back to a tie game. And another save or a light deco round we'll probably see here from the Evil Geniuses. They're kind of sitting at that 2,400 loss bonus. The next, they'll have plenty of funds to see what they can do. I don't know if I wouldn't mind even seeing some aggression right now too, Boggs. I mean, they've been actually pretty successful in that, even on Mirage.
Yeah, the pistol buys, they were potent. Maybe it can be so again.
Stands down to 2.
Oh boy.
Down to 2 HP.
I mean, he's just on the Glock, so.
Yeah, true, but he hasn't seen a person.
No, that's not a good start.
You're trying to get a start, go for the race, you're already down to 2. No skin, too.
Yeah.
Never see that.
Mm-mm.
When do you ever see a vanilla Glock?
I don't know. I mean, it's not a very appealing vanilla skin. Like, the AK, at least, you know, it's a classic look. The Glock? Really? Cryptic? How does he get that first kill? Stanislaw somehow alive out of that. And Rush will pick up one on the AK, scaling forward. Down goes Stan, but the Molly will keep the bomb at bay. Florence will swing. Chop will cut one down with the P250, and he's closing the gap more. Actually has the AK in hand. Walco and Chop go down, but look at the kills they got, lads. 3 kills out of that round will really hurt the CT economy. At least the op is recovered for Florence. Florence can definitely drop an M4 over. But overall, those 3 kills can definitely be something to keep an eye on as we move forward here. Damage will start to mount unless Kari are able to win this one clean.
No, I'm so glad you brought up the money situation too, because again, for EG to just pick up kills like that and just taking down bodies here for Kari Esports, it makes it that much harder for them. Again, they're trying to get themselves back into the better money situation, so EG, despite losing that round, have done a good job just to make it a lot more worse for wear here for Kari Esports. Rush actually might try to use this short B control into his advantage. He could be able to find something. Classy and Nice actually playing right by Monster, waiting things out. Now the execute's coming in. Look at this. It's just raining grenades. But now it's just going to be Kari Esports all over the board. No trades at all here for EG. This could be it. Actually, Wiz, though, he's able to find 2, and there we go. Freshie finds a double. Now we have a 5-3.
Might have been raining nades, but it was a hallelujah moment for Kari.
Yeah, it definitely was.
That's a huge hold. That's massive for the confidence. Good for the economy, only losing 2 players. And puts EG back on the pistols with no bomb plant. So Kari are really starting to stabilize here on the CT side. And it's got to be a bit scary if you're EG, because you're letting a team that is a pretty big underdog, especially after map 1, hang around. And lads, you know what happens when underdogs hang around in a game? They become very dangerous later on. But it's still early times. The Tech-9 rush, nice and classy. A 1, 2, 3. Walco does get the trade back, though. No armor, but he's got the headshot angle to Classia, but Classia denies Walco or Wiz any further engagements into the round, and Walco naded down to low HP, taken down with only 1 kill. Kari, clean round, 3-round lead. Guns again, though, for EG. They do have the op for Wiz. We need to see that activate.
We do need to see that get activated too, but I do like that last round. I mean, despite it just being, again, like a full rush, a full send it from EG, they got some good information. Kind of getting a bit of a feel on how Kari Esports are setting up their positions at B, so now they can use that into this next for round number 10. The op and op duel will be through for both teams. Wiz does have it ready to go, but Florence needing to find something with this. Is this posted up on towards Connector? Actually, some big aggression from Class A. He's already put himself into the playground, in the sandbox, but now he's got himself just waiting, and Stanislaw does the flash, and he's able to get some good spam damage, but Classia gets just wrecked right through the pillar, and there it is, an advantage for EG, but Chop, 2 players on his left.
That's a dangerous dry peek from Freshie. He's lucky to get out of that one alive with the kill nonetheless. Florence, actually Freshie doubling down. Florence will hold the line too. That's another kill, and it's a man advantage for Kari Esports now. Double man advantage at that. The nade goes forward. Florence is trying to back away, stay alive. The flash will blind Florence, who takes the shot and backs away towards ladder. Kari Esports are finding ways to win rounds out of disadvantageous situations, which is something that they were incapable of doing on Mirage. In fact, it was more EG finding ways to win rounds. So Kari turning the tables quite a bit. I'm impressed with what I'm seeing here, especially the mental response from the squad coming into a game where they got absolutely obliterated on their own map pick. Oh my gosh, Freshie. Oh my gosh, Freshie! 3 kills from 19 HP.
Well, this is kind of why I talked about you know, in terms of Kari Esports, they're needing a lot here for this CT side. I mean, this is, again, like I said, 56% that they are more efficient on it in compared to 34. But EG now going to call in the timeout. They're going to try to figure things out in this kind of a situation. They're only one round away from losing this half, a guaranteed lose. And they are kind of sitting at that 4,000 mark in terms of money, and they actually will just only invest for armor and tech 9s with that utility. I don't hate this call, but I'm also a little surprised just given that they have a pretty big loss bonus here, Boggs.
I think you're showing too much respect here if you're EG. This is where you need to really get some confidence back too. Like, you give Kari the half. Think about how their spirits are rising right now. You come in, try and punish here. You still got your CT side left. You've already got 3 rounds. You can still make a decent half out of this. And Kari's T side is not great. We saw that against Davenport yesterday. It was very lackluster. So, for EG, they really like playing this so passively. Oh my, Classy just almost killed Freshie. And there's this flawless round. Classy and Freshie coming up con. EG get mowed down, and I'm not too sure what the plan was there. Is it just, hey guys, let's sit on lane and have a picnic here real quick before we go anywhere?
Yeah, it was weird. It kind of actually looked like Stan was trying to figure out a lineup for a smoke, and they were just getting their nades ready, but they took way too long. You could tell there was a bit of hesitation. You could see Stan's crosshair was kind of moving around. He's like, I think it's here. On this branch or the other branch? I don't remember. And then Kari Esports pedal to the metal. Now they got themselves 8 rounds against the EG squad. Gun round's going to be here. Op going to be back in the pocket here for EG as well. Wiz playing aggressive. The op on op duel could be here. Florence creeping through.
Don't do it, Florence.
Oh, but Florence walks right into the scope. Wiz will win that duel. And now that's a big pickup here for EG.
That's a very big pickup for EG. It's a gift. Florence just creeping forward. Really has not done too much on this map. In fact, only has 2 kills.
He's got money though.
Yeah, got a lot of cash. Hasn't really seen
He's
anybody in
rich.
the last few rounds, but the thing is, that's not how you get yourself into a game mentally, is just walking into a crosshair. It's not a fun way to go down. And Chop could be taken down by Cryptic if he goes into front bath, but Cryptic has snuck by here. Ooh, Wiz, does he have an angle? Yes, he does! Oh, man. That's 2 free picks for Wiz with no response. Look where Kari is. They're stuck on B. There was a Molotov thrown, so they're all just focused on this. They might even just save. Because at this point, there's no real chance for a retake. Bomb's going to tick down 20 seconds by the time they even get going.
Yeah, and it comes all just down to Wiz just getting those 2 kills with the op. I mean, yeah, they got plenty of money. We talked about that, but again, it's an 8-3, so there's still plenty of rounds that still have to be done, so they got to make sure they have enough funds here to kind of keep themselves going for this. Yeah, it's a tough call for Kari Esports, but they got to go for it. Again, like you said, going for a 3-on-5, retaking a site like that with their utility with 1 smoke. Yeah, I don't like those odds.
Yeah, I don't either. And they don't either, so.
Oh, nice round from
Wiz.
From Wiz, yeah. I mean, the fact that he's like that second shot was nasty. I mean, he had a crazy angle where he was able to get it actually just on the corner of the wall.
Yep. Great awareness.
But, you know, I do love that, you know, and it didn't work out for Florence, but I love that Florence was trying something different. Again, like, this was where I was getting a little nervous for Kari Esports on Mirage, is that they kind of seemed a lot more uncomfortable than they did yesterday, where they were kind of hesitating on their plays. They weren't doing the same kind of aggression that we normally see from this team, and now they're trying to get themselves back into that. And like you said, their spirits are high, so they're going to play a lot different in this one.
Kari calling timeout here after losing that one round, so they're going to try and reset mentally. Get back on the board again. And I do like that play from Florence. I would like it a lot more if there was a flash for it.
Agreed.
Because if you're dry peeking up there, if there's people there, it's either the op like we saw or 2-3 rifles. What are the odds you get out of there if you run into 2 or 3 AKs?
Well, and that's exactly the thing. Like, I think we've noticed a couple times here from Kari Esports, they go for these big plays, but there's just no teammate to support it. So I mean, you're putting kind of this like one-man army, which can work. Don't get me wrong, it definitely can work, but it's so much more risky than just having a teammate popping a flash for you, so you can go for a clean swing. But hey, maybe they figured that out during that timeout.
Hopefully they figured it out. I like to see flash coordination. It works really well. And there's a nice dry peek onto Fresh, who's been a thorn to the side of EG, and Chop and Rush combined for Cryptic too. The connector players are eliminated, and that has been a huge point to the Kari Esports defense, has been the connector play. It's really been the cornerstone of their whole defense, but here comes Florence, and there goes one. Florence is getting the first pick to trade things back, and Kari Esports now have more of a chance. Chop is down low in the red, and Nice, if he is not flashed, has a lineup for more. Classy with one of the dry peek. Why are they dry peeking? They've lost so many times just dry peeking through the monster tunnel, and they do it again to the same result, and they do it on short too.
Look at that. I mean, Wiz was able to do it himself. He's like, hey, I'll throw a flash. I'm going to go for the peek, and there you go. He gets a kill. It's just down to a 1-on-2. 38 seconds now. Still a molly and a smoke available. Door is open, so it doesn't have to make that noise cue. And both these CTs probably playing together. Yeah, they definitely are. So, I mean, for Wiz, if he can get the smoke placed, he can be able to get himself the bomb down bare minimum, maybe. Oh, but Florence is close. Oh, there we go. Okay, but Classy's able to find that kill. I was going to say, if you give Wiz, like, another moment here to line up, that could be an issue. But there you go. Kari Esports now have picked themselves up 9 rounds against the Evil Geniuses. Money still afloat here for EG, so they're going to be able to go right back into another big gun round. But I'm with you, Boggs. I don't get it. I don't understand these dry peaks, especially from a team like EG. I just, you know, this is a team we talked a lot about. Tons of experience. Veterans on the team.
They throw a lot of flashes per round, too, statistically, over the entire roster.
That's the thing. It makes no sense. I was just going to say that when you look at, like, their flashes, yeah, they use them, but why are we not using them to go for a peek?
Like, why are you dry peeking monster? Why are you dry peeking short? One flash over top of the train tracks. Everybody on site's blind. And now Florence has the opener. Kari Esports getting more momentum. If they can get double digits out of this half, that would be phenomenal for them to respond after Mirage as well. They've already doubled up and then some on their previous map scoreline. So Kari's doing good. Rush gonna try and get the boost up here on Stanislaw's head. Trade one back. Goes up and over. Nobody's there though, and they make a lot of noise on the fall away. And actually, I think Florence might have spotted the bomb on that kill. Rush peeks in, and Florence holds his nerve. That's a very disciplined play. A lot of times you see people take that shot. Florence doesn't need to shoot that early, and the short players are going to rotate out. They've not yet gathered the bomb. They're leaving Chop to lurk, and there's Nice on this railing. He gets a nice spray down, and the man advantage still stays in the favor of Kari Esports, and there's only 3 more to find now to win this round.
Another smoke going to be used, so now the nade work's going to be thrown on in. Nope, just kidding. A little bit of a pullback. Not going to go for it yet. Rejoin the troops. Double player towards B, so it's a bit of a 2-and-2. Now the nades are going to be thrown. The execute's coming through here. Chop with the double flashes, so this allows his 2 teammates to go for the swing, but it doesn't even matter. And there we go. It is a cleanup. Chop. Not able to find it. We're going to the last round of the very first half. Double digits have now been gained.
At least EG can buy up here. At least they can get AKs and Galils and utility. Oh, they actually have an op for Wiz, so that's huge. But really, the only player who's done much on this T side is Wiz. Wiz and Walco and Rush have had moments. Everyone else has been silent. Chop and Stanislaw have been taking a nap for the last 14 rounds. And that's just not good enough for your EG. You've they've also given Florence a chance to start getting his head into the game as well. Last couple of rounds, Florence has found off picks. He's been going for them. It's a good start. Classy is boosted up over the wood wall. And there's a chance that Walco peeks into him too. No long control for Kari. They have not really gone for it all too much. They've had a couple of players in top of bathrooms. They've had Florence peek up long once. But it's really been a lane and B heavy hold from the CT side. And EG have found a hole. They can try to exploit it here. Walco could get caught. Nice, it comes on the swing, and Nice will take a lot of damage on that duel. And that does open up a bit of an opportunity. Yeah, they lose that first pick, but they've also thrown Kari into a bit of chaos, although they're reading this play well. Cryptic's not going to get clear to see. No, he is. That's a good opening from Stanislaw into a 4-on-4, and now Florence is in a very, very vulnerable position. Classy is gone too. Holy crap, Florence just jumps into him.
Yeah, I'm just scratching my head here, Box. I'm trying to figure this out. I don't understand, but now Freshie on a 1-on-4 and can't even save, has to go for this, and we'll be able to find that first kill. So now, going for a little bit more, 15-7. But a big task ahead of Freshie now. Quite a bit of utility, though. Flash smoke and an HE. Creeping on through, gonna get flanked, though. I believe that's actually from Wiz, too. Just spot it.
Oh, yeah.
Just spotted the sneakers. There it is. And there we go. A 10-5. EG will take this last round. We're going to take a break. We'll see you after.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Well, this one started off a bit differently than Mirage, didn't it, Laz? Kari with the double-digit scoreline going into half number 2. The only problem is their T-side versus Davenport was a little uninspiring, and EG do have the experience to overcome adversity. They do only get 5 rounds of their T-side, but they get the opening pick here and now. On to Classia. It's Boggs and Laz here on the call. Here and the winner. Well, at least if EG wins. Makes it into ESL Challenger League playoffs. Walco gets taken out so low. He's lucky to be alive here. And the scale up towards A is happening, but there's 4 players here from EG.Cryptic with a big find onto Rush. And Stanislaw swings out into the open, and he gets dropped with doing no damage at all. Chop and Wiz, the last 2 standing. Wiz on a long flank. He's gonna have to be a wizard if he does it, but Chop might just cut them all down. He's dropped 2 trees, but there's still 2 more left in this forest. And they don't need to plant on A, do they? They can go all the way down to B. They don't know where Wiz is coming from. He makes a shot, he reveals his position, and now it's run to B, boys, because that's exactly where they need to go.
The good thing is that Wiz does have this read, but he's going to make all this noise with opening this door. So they should have been able to hear that. Bomb is going to go down here at the B site. Wiz now, no kit, but does have armor. Going for this fight. He is able to tap away. He is able to find that kill. So now bring it down to the 1v1, but Freshie in a big position up top in the heavens. And now Wiz, I believe he actually spotted that jiggle peek. Is going to stick it, but again, doesn't have the kit. And there it is. Another round gained here for Kari Esports. Going to bring this to an 11-5. Turn of events here, Boggs.
11-5, the pistol round 1 is huge for Kari. EG, they're still not out of it. 13-5s, we saw that yesterday night. We saw that in the Davenport Kari series. So, no, there is that. But, Laz, this is a very bizarre turnaround here. EG have forced into this round. If they lose it, it is going to most likely be a 13-5 scoreline. And if Kari win that gun round, 14-15-5. And then we might have 2 blowout maps leading into Nuke, which is who knows what's going to happen on Nuke. That one is a bit of a, very much of a bizarre map pick. So, when it comes down to it, this could blow the whole series wide open.
Yes, it could.
Well, they clear the right angle, too. That's really good.
Stan getting close and personal, but it won't matter at all. He does some good damage. Chop using this smoke as a little bit of a visibility shield, I guess. I don't know.
Ooh.
Wiz able to find only 1 kill, and now, oh man, nice with just multi-frags. And there we go. There you have it. Another round. The force does not pan out, so EG have to go for a save on this one. They're going to have to put everything on the line for round number 19.
I think we're heading to Cedar Creek, though, man. I think we're hopping on the train here.
I think we are. Like, at this rate, man,
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely could. I mean, EG needed that pistol.
And they needed a response in the force. They did nothing. It was one of the most not meek, it was one of the most mild forces I've ever seen.
Yeah, it wasn't spicy.
No, there was no flavor, there was no flair. It was chicken with like a sprinkle of salt and maybe a grind of pepper, and that's it.
Yeah, that's boring.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that.
No flavor.
No. You need all the flavor.
Yeah. We need to go to Flavor Town here. We need to spice it up a little bit, you know? And Kari have definitely spiced it up on this map. They spiced it up, they pulled out all the culinary stops, maybe even getting to some molecular gastronomy. And when it comes down to it, EG just have not had the skills at par here. They have not been up to snuff. And it almost seems like they went to sleep after map 1. Like, they're like, ah, we just won 16-4, their map pick, ha 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 ha. Oh, wait. What just happened? I just took a nap. It's now 13-5. Hey, they do get 1, but I think 1 is all they'll get out of this round.
Yeah, they do retrieve that Galil, but yeah, it's not gonna matter at all. Rush, see what he can find. Maybe a cheeky kill. Yeah, there's one. Okay, that's fine. Now he's looking to see what can happen. He'll get taken down after the bomb timer. Okay, here we are. Now make it or break it. I think this is really it. Kari Esports pick up this round. I mean, EG could be sitting themselves in a position where they lose their own map pick, and we talked mad amounts about it because, again, this is one of the best maps, one of the best maps here for EG. 75% win rate, a 3-1 record. And Kari Esports have potentially put themselves in an upset, I would call it.
I definitely think so. An upset is definitely what you would call this. It's upset alert here.
It is. I mean, it is the map pick, right? When you say a team goes for a map pick, there's a reason for it. And I was thinking, you know, if Kari Esports are going to bring things back after a pretty dominant loss in the first one, this one was going to be a nail-biter, but they have just fired on all cylinders, man. That Nitros is kicking in, too. I guess, like, they have just not stopped. And that confidence has grown, like you said. It's blossomed into a beautiful flower, and look at them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any flowers, so I can't even talk about which one's a nice flower,
Orchid.
but yeah. Well, let's just say nice flower, but really expensive, and it's a 13-5 score.
I mean, you could have just said rose. That's...
I feel like if I say rose, someone's going to be like, nah, it's not even that nice flower.
I was thinking of orchids.
No, okay.
I like orchids. Very nice.
Yeah, orchids are nice. Yeah, they are. Jacob likes cherry blossoms. Okay.
That is very true. Back where I used to live, there was a park with a bunch of cherry trees, so in the spring, this blossom was really nice. Walco comes up empty-handed. That is not nice for EG. But that is very nice for Kari. And they do have nice, so it is very nice. And, oh, an optical Cryptic. Ooh, if Cryptic didn't run around while blind, he could have got the kill. Look at that spray on the whiz. The rotations are coming in here, and actually it's a 3v3 with the Molotov. That could get a kill here. It will! No, nice actually gets the kills with the guns, and it's a 1-on-2, a lineup! But Rush cannot save the day for EG. 14-5 for Kari Esports on the map pick of the Evil Geniuses, and EG are back on a broken buy-up. A half buy is the best they can muster here, unless they want to go all in, and they will. What is this buy going to be? FAMAS on 2, maybe 3, a scout, an op. What is Rush going to purchase in a timeout? This has to be EG. It is indeed EG. And Laz, brother.
Yeah. I'm
pinch
here.
me, because I don't know if I'm dreaming or not.
I know. I was just thinking, honestly, I'm like, is this real?
Is this also the real buy they're going for here?
Yeah, this, oh.
Of all the times to go economically aggressive.
Oh, man. And again, this is not taking anything away here from Kari Esports, but again, when we just talked about EG, I mean, there's so much expectations and this roster, and now like losing a game like this on their own map pick at a 5-14 or 14-5, it just makes you wonder what's kind of going on internally. Wiz already down to 6 HP. He hasn't seen a single soul, and he's trying to see if he can at least get himself 1 kill before he hits the grave. 2 rounds away, and we go to a third, and like you said, that one's a coin toss. I don't even know what to think of Nuke if we get there.
If Kari play like this, they'll win. If EG play like they did on Mirage, they'll win. But if both teams play like they did on the maps that they do strong on, I'm not going to say it because then it'll happen. But I think you know what I mean by that.
I know what you mean.
Hats off in chat if you figure out that cryptic messages.
Decode what we're saying.
Oh, nice. He spotted the elbow.
Nice.
He has to have seen the elbow.
I don't know if he did though, but look at the position he's playing. You would think he did, but
That's not even 4x3.
I know, that's just because I was gonna say not 4x3. Like should have seen it, as Jacob said, literally in the middle of your monitor. But maybe he's just pretending that he didn't see him.
Maybe it was just the call and to audible it down to B, but Stan's got the backstab onto Freshie. That's a heavy hitter to take down. In fact, top fragger on the Kari esports side and the server to boot. They're waiting for the smoke to fade. Classy is playing anti-flash, I think. Wiz is up on short, and that's a free kill for the low HP Opper. In comes Cryptic, though, the spray doing more damage, but Stan's escaped onto site. Cryptic tries to plant with the Molotov bloom, so does Stanislaw. Rush comes in, forced by victory. EG are not done. They have struck back with a vengeance, but this is a very long road. They're down by 8. They would need 9 to guarantee overtime, and Kari, they just need 2. And they can buy up again here. I believe there's an AK down for Cryptic. Yeah, there is. He'll get dropped an AK. Florence will have something. Probably an op since he has a Tech 9. Unless it's Tech 9, Deagle, and 3 AKs, and that's actually what's going to be here. This is a weird buy for the T side, but maybe they'll play a little freer because they have the pistols.
Some good composure from EG to kind of hang on. Now Walco kind of playing close on, right with the smoke blocking things off. Should be able to hear the noise cue from some of these players. They're going to pop a flash in, they're going to run through the smoke, but Walco almost able to find 2, but he won't. Nice, going to be able to get that trade. Down to 19 though, able to throw an AK back for his teammate. Now they're fully equipped. Don't have to worry about aim punch or anything like that now. Look at this weird setup though here. I mean, one player being in the site, it's going to be Rush. One player down long. Rush has to retreat. He has to get out of this. Oh, he's still going to get a kill.
Well, he does get out of it, doesn't he? Oh, that's huge from Wiz, too. That's the bomb stopped. Kari are trying to force these bomb plants, and that's a big issue because they're getting killed while they try to get the bomb down, and then everyone else just follows right after. It's almost like they're rushing things in certain situations. If I'm Kari, I'm calling timeout here. I don't care if we're on pistols this round. That's something that needs to be addressed. Because this has been multiple times now where you've tried to stick the plant and it goes down. You have to make sure you secure the site before you can attempt the bomb plant. When you have 30 plus seconds of the clock, it's like there's 15, 10 seconds of the clock and they're having to get the plant down because there's no time. There's time on the clock. They're just forcing the issue here. And you know what happens when you try to force a pass? It usually gets picked off. It's exactly what's happening.
Definitely agree with you, but maybe this next round for number 23 will be the timeout here for Kari Esports. I don't know. They're going to go for the con control, go up mid, so they've been able to get themselves some decent information, some map control, if you want to call it that for now. Walco playing an aggressive angle just on the flower bed, just trying to see what he can do. No utility to make him get out of this, but misses that shot. Wiz going for 1 kill only, but actually does overexpose himself. Actually, some good trades coming back, but nice! Oh my god, some nice kills indeed. The bomb's all the way in the back of T-Ramp. You cannot leave it there. But 2 AKs available now, still available for Chop and Stanislaw. And now Kari Esports, they still have a minute left. They can wait things out a little bit now. Things are starting to cook.
They are cooking, lads, but they have to recover the bomb, which means they'll have to turn down the heat a little bit. Can they get this back up to full power? Low HP on Freshie and Florence is an issue. So Stanislaw can definitely hold the line. If he gets the timing right, he can do a lot of damage. They're going to run through monsters. And he's dropped a smoke here. They've walked at the right time, and that smoke, it will bloom right, but he's just going to go up towards short and now reposition on the bridge. There is a flash available, and Chop's made his way down heaven as well. Chop's here. They're ready for this. Do they clear out Stanislaw? He's got the bomb carrier first. Nice swings out wide, but Stan holds the line. Chop comes in to help. And EG are now only down by 6, but again, that's still 6 rounds in a row required. And that was a round where they only had pistols on the Kari side. They got 3 kills and brought it that close. That's some good economic damage here. It forces a reinvestment out of the evil geniuses. It keeps EG on the ropes. It keeps them guessing. It keeps them nervous. But it almost feels like Kari need one more player to step up. Florence is 4 and 13. 23 rounds into the game. This is round 24.
Yeah, it's been a rough one for Florence, unfortunately. Like we said, that's not even normal fashion either. Even yesterday was able to put up some good numbers. Now Wiz getting a little overwhelmed. Actually does land a leg. So now Cryptic gonna limp on this one a little bit now with 15 HP, and there it is! Kari Esports all of a sudden! You blink an eye and they take down 3. Just down to Stanislaw again with Chop. Oh, and Chop's able to find that kill. He's able to find a second too? How does it happen?
That's nice for Clasia. That stabilizes things for Kari, and it should get them to 15. Keyword should. The bomb is going to go down here.
Bomb has been planted.
And Stanislaw will make his decision. Does he go for this? Does he try and save? Trying to save here would not be a bad idea for Stan. But it looks like he is going to go for it. Oh, now it seems he's playing exits. He's kind of just sitting on the fence here. He's being a fence sitter. And he's going to get nothing for it. It's like you either commit or you don't, man.
Yeah, you gotta go or you just gotta pull back. But no, ain't no pulling back now because Kari Esports put themselves a map point. 15-8. And, thank you, Jacob. It is gonna be Kari Esports. They're gonna call this timeout. They realize what's at stake. They're ready to get themselves one more round, push to a nuke. Whereas EG have some time to kind of figure out what they need to do to bring things back. It's a long road. I mean, we're talking what, 7 rounds for going into overtime. It's been doable.
It's doable, but
it's tough.
yeah, they're gonna have to travel through a couple of circles of the Inferno here to get through into overtime. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be exceptionally difficult.
You know, I'm gonna say I honestly was expecting a Star Wars reference there. I thought you were gonna say like light years or what's the I'm not even gonna try anymore. I thought I was expecting it. Oh, good grief. It's okay.
Parsec is a measure of distance, and in the Star Wars iteration, it is technically used as a dimension of time.
I've done it. I've done it.
Jake, you're wrong.
Either way,
Parsec is a measure of distance.
people are not aware of what's happening right now, but production and also blogs are talking about Star Wars, and I'm just sitting here scratching my head wondering what's happening, but now we're back in the action.
How is Classy on B?
I just was going to say Classy, look at him.
At
Light speed. I guess so, right? He's already here.
He hit the hyperdrive.
He did hit the hyperdrive.
He's been spotted, though, so the rotations
They
are down.
definitely know he's there. But they might not expect the double player in Monster, though.
Look at
They
the
should,
work.
but they might.
Cryptic can just throw this all out of whack. They're fighting this. They're giving this to each. They're giving this to Kari. They go aggressive and throw away their defensive advantage.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh my gosh, lads, we're going to nuke.
I think we're going to nuke here, Boggs.
We're going to nuke.
Yeah, I just can't believe it.
And I think a big problem, Chop 10 kills, Stanislaw 10 kills, Walco 9 kills, Wiz 21, Rush 16. It's been Wiz and Rush here. And actually, okay, yeah, this one's over. Sorry, Wiz, you don't have a kit. There's no way you're winning this 1v2. They've retreated. They're playing this well.
Got a kid now.
Oh, he does.
And he's got to just stick it now. There's no other hope.
He's going to try and fight. And he's going to get taken down. So that means nuke here, folks. We'll be heading to nuke after a bit of a break. So we'll see you then for map 3.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.ESLGame.